Hi everyone, my name is Kylie James. I am a certified nutritionist here at Curry Nutrition. I am here today to talk about 10 nutrition hacks to help you get better sleep. So sleep is so important. That is when our body is going into repair mode. It affects our emotions, our cognition, our mood, our physical abilities, and even our eating habits and our eating choices. When we sleep, our body repairs and rejuvenates itself. It's where our muscles get built, our cells get replaced, and our hormones are released. But this is also when healing occurs. So over the past few decades, both sleep quality and quantity is on decline. In fact, more people are regularly getting poor sleep. And I'd even say, especially this year with what the world's been facing, sleep has been even more of a problem. So the problem with sleep is that if we don't get enough, it increases the risk of obesity. So it actually increases the risk of obesity by 89% in children and 55% in adults. So if you're someone that's on a weight loss journey, 80% is diet, 20% is exercise, but sleep is such an important part of that weight loss piece. So research shows that if you're not getting less than 7 to 8 hours sleep of night, you're at risk of developing heart disease and type 2 diabetes. So sleep and wakefulness are controlled by a series of chemical reactions in the body, and we need certain nutrients to help with those chemical reactions. These determine how we get to sleep, how we remain asleep, how often we wake up during the night, and how we feel the next day. So if you want to optimize your health and also establish healthy weight loss, you really need to be ensuring that you're getting a good night's sleep. So I'm going to talk about top 10 hacks that you can do to sort of help get you to that place. So one of them is switching out spicy foods and sugar-loaded sauces for sleep-inducing herbs. So sugar-loaded sauces, not only are they loaded with sugar, that's going to disrupt blood sugar balance, but they also can be loaded with preservatives, artificial colorings, and flavorings that can be stimulants to our brain. Spicy foods also have a problem too. Research shows that people that eat spicy foods at night spend less time in both the light phase of sleep, known as stage 2, and the deep slow wave of stages 3 and 4, which all meant that they experienced less sleep overall and took a longer time and a harder time to drift off to sleep. So you really want to switch out those foods to more foods such as parsley, dill, sage, basil, turmeric, garlic, and nutmeg. Not only are they going to help you sleep better, they're loaded with vitamins and minerals. They're like little mini multivitamins. You can see back here, I've got my tower garden. I've got a whole bunch of basil growing back there. And I love my mint as well. So definitely flavoring up those foods is a lot more healthier choice and a lot better way at helping you to get to sleep at night. So you also want to avoid heavy foods at night, especially like high fat meals. Research shows that having a heavy meal or a fatty snack at night can actually contribute to digestive problems and indigestion, which in turn can cause you to wake up several times in the night or not be able to get comfortable, and that impacts your sleep as well. So it also shows it's harder to get to sleep. So really you want to be doing more a bigger breakfast, a moderate lunch, and a smaller dinner at night to sort of help aid in better sleep. You also at night want to avoid high protein meals, which is sort of tough because that's probably when you are tending to have your big bit of steak or chicken or fish. So the problem is protein-rich foods release amino acids into the blood, which can be quite stimulating. One amino acid in particular is tyrosine. So tyrosine can flood into the body, and this can quickly be synthesized into stimulants such as excitatory neurotransmitters such as epinephrine, norepinephrine, and thermogenic thyroid hormones. So that's why it's always really important to have a protein-rich breakfast, because you're going to get those stimulants. It's going to give you that boost for the day. It's also very thermogenic, so it's going to actually help increase your metabolism. So great, go for a high protein breakfast, but stay away from that at nighttime. Like I said, these excitatory neurotransmitters are going to cause that brain to be very active, increase the metabolic rate, and affect your sleep. So by also suddenly increasing all those amino acids into the body, it's going to reduce the amount of tryptophan into the brain. So although tryptophan is an amino acid as well, amino acids compete for absorption. So it's very important to try and get that tryptophan away from other types of amino acids and proteins, because they're going to compete for absorption. So consuming a soy-based foods can actually help with night sweats and hot flashes. And there's such a big misconception about soy, and I know I had my issues with soy as well, but the issues are in genetically modified soy, and 90% of soy in North America is genetically modified. But if you focus on the non-GMO soy, so your soy nuts, your edamame, your tempeh, tofu, soy milk, soy cheese, this is a great way. These are all phytoestrogens, which are really important, and research shows to really help with cancer. But can also help with balancing out the hormones and reducing some of those night sweats or hot flushes that interfere with your sleep at night. Soy is also important because it's nutrient dense. It has iron, B vitamins, calcium, vitamin E, and magnesium. And these are all nutrients that can actually help with getting a better night's sleep. So incorporating some of these foods at night might be a great way to sort of help support getting that good night's sleep. You'll also want to make sure you're consuming enough calories. So if you're someone that's on a weight loss plan and trying to do some dieting and restricting calories, like, you have to be careful, because that can really disrupt sleep. And as I mentioned before, sleep can really impact on your ability to lose weight. So both animal and human research has shown that those low calorie starvation like diets can really interfere with sleep and reduction in those slow wave sleep, also known as deep sleep. So be mindful of your calories, and maybe you need to consume a bit more just to make sure that it's not impacting on your sleep at night. No surprise, avoid drinking too much in the evening. So again, important to drink all your water and your green tea and stuff during the day, preferably away from meals, because if you're drinking too much with your meal, it's going to dilute your digestive juices and impact on your digestion. But you also want to limit them at night, because if you're getting up in the night to go to the washroom, it's going to wake you up and obviously interfere with you getting into those deeper stages of sleep. So try and limit it at night. Again, make sure make sure that you're consuming a lot of fiber-rich foods such as fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Research has shown that people that fill up on fiber spend a lot more time in deep sleep than those who get less fiber and that consume more saturated fat and sugar. So those kind of people, those kind of diets were causing people to wake up more often in the night. So we should be aiming for about 25 to 30 grams of fiber a day. If you're unsure, then like I just use my FitnessPal on my phone just to track some of my macros and micronutrients. So that's a great way to see if you're hitting those fiber targets. Number 8 is avoid alcohol. And again, you might be thinking, wow, I've had a stressful day. I just want to take the edge off and have that glass of wine. But it's not going to help you get to sleep at night. In fact, the research shows that it causes increased symptoms of sleep apnea, snoring, and disrupted sleep patterns. So the problem with alcohol is it actually can alter nighttime melatonin production, which plays a key role in your circadian rhythms. So melatonin is very good for your sleep-wake cycle. So say if you're traveling, although not many people are traveling right now in current times, but if you're traveling and you're getting jet lag, taking a melatonin supplement is great, because that can help regulate you back into the new time zone. So alcohol consumption at night decreases nighttime elevations of also that hormone growth, that human growth hormone, which is really important for weight loss, but it's also very important for your circadian rhythm. So again, super important to sort of lay off the alcohol if sleep is an issue for you. And you want to avoid MSG food products. So MSG is your monosodium glutamate, and that is responsible for that taste, and sort of it has those addictive properties. So it's also a potential stimulant, which can cause people to wake up during the night. So MSG is found in things such as Pringles. So when they say one pop and you can't stop, that's probably the MSG that they're talking about, because it's that pleasure taste addiction thing that the MSG is responsible for. It's also found in pre-made salad dressings and gravies, your Doritos, your most pre-made soups, broth stocks, frozen meals, frozen pizzas, ramen, instant noodles, and some processed cheeses. The problem with MSG, it actually has some neurodegenerative properties as well, and sadly it's in children's products too, and some granola bars, fruit snacks, candy gum, and some candy bars as well. So again, that's why I want to stay away from the processed foods, because it's loaded with all these hidden substances and compounds that are detrimental to our health and detrimental to our sleep. So again, focus on the whole foods and get rid of these processed foods. Chinese foods is huge for MSG as well. So again, just be mindful of that. And maybe you want to monitor when you're consuming some of these foods, and then monitoring your sleep at night to see how you feel. So number 10, choose a nighttime snack that contains complex carbs with limited amount of protein and fat. So dairy is a great sleep inducer, but you have to be mindful that you don't have an allergy or intolerance to it, because it is high on the allergenic profile. But dairy is great because it does contain tryptophan and calcium, which your body can use to make melatonin. So you want to keep your snack at night lower than 200 calories and eat between 1 to 1.5 hours before bed. I do have clients that have nocturnal hypoglycemia, so whether they have unbalanced blood sugars during the day, or they just didn't eat as much as they should during the day, that can really compromise their sleep at night. So having a bedtime snack can really be something that can really help people get to sleep and stay asleep. So best bedtime snacks is like a piece of whole grain toast with nut seed butter. Just check your butter, because some of those nut butters have icing sugar in them, so just make sure it doesn't have sugar in it. A small bowl of low sugar cereal with low fat milk and a banana. Cottage cheese and tart cherries or kiwi fruit. Research shows that tart cherries actually increase melatonin production, so tart cherries are great. Yogurt with a cut up banana, maybe a small bowl of warm oatmeal with milk and a banana and nut butter on toast, or just a small handful of almonds. So these might be a great way just to sort of take that edge off and actually help you get into sleep. So that's the references, and I hope, so that's the end of my presentation. So I hope that's given you some strategies and some ideas to get you to sleep and to remain asleep at night. If you have any questions or would like more help or support in this area, please contact us at www.careernutrition.com. We'd be happy to help. Thanks very much, and stay safe, everyone.